So welcome. It is October 20th, and I can't believe how fast this month is going, but that's neither here nor there. We are going to talk about a couple of things tonight, and I just wanted to do the updates for the month because I feel like I haven't gone through those, and I probably everybody knows them, but just in case you don't, we're going to do that and talk about the things that were shared on Super Saturday as well. But then what I really want to talk about is finishing the year strong and some of the ideas that we've been bouncing around in. A couple of us get on morning calls and we've been bouncing around ideas, and I thought maybe we could talk through them as a group together here. So let me screen share with you all. Hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. And we'll do that. And go back to the beginning here, sorry. So welcome. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. I still would love to keep going with this idea, although we sort of have fallen off it a bit, but I'd still love to get people to share their stories. It's so helpful, it's so meaningful. And it's not just because I want us to get to know each other, which I absolutely do, but it's also because I literally was just talking to two different people recently, and I was able to use some of your stories to help them commit to an upcoming group or to think about coaching more. And I find that to be so valuable. It's kind of like the videos we can show from the back office. It's like having a third-party tool that's actually a person. So I'd really like to keep doing that. So we'll start again next week with having somebody share their story. And then I'm also going to keep going. I think you guys have probably seen an Inspiration Nation. I'm going to pick up a coach of the week to share something with us for each of the 5 days of the week too. So we can just continue to get to know each other and continue to kind of collect these stories of one another. And then we're going to keep talking about a program or a product, and I'd love for somebody to volunteer for those things as well, and then some inspiration for the team. So we're going to pick that back up again next week. I wanted to do some shout outs, and I wanted to explain this a little bit more. So this is the first time I did this kind of shout out. If you're not familiar with these terms, team builders and business starters, they are part of the new system that Beachbody has come up with to help coaches know if they're hitting benchmarks in their businesses. And so a huge shout out to these ladies who have already shown that they are moving forward in their business. So this is actually quite a bit different than rank. It's actually something I like more than rank, because rank doesn't necessarily mean that you are, it doesn't necessarily coincide with volume, and it only takes into consideration how many diamonds you have in your first business center. It doesn't really take into consideration how well your team is doing otherwise. So I pulled up just a very basic understanding of this, and we can do a separate call just about this, but it's called the Leadership Ladder, and it's in your back office now. When you go onto the very first page, it's in there as one of the little tabs. So these are the different leadership ladder rungs, and business starter basically means that you are paid in commission at least $100 a month, that you've hit SC5, and that you're at least a coach. Team builder means that you make at least $250 a month in commission. SC5, you're an Emerald coach, and you have 2 personally sponsored coaches under you who have hit at least 1 SC point. So that basically means you're building your team. And then team leader is $1,000 in commission per month, SC5, you're diamond or above, and you have at least 4 personally sponsored coaches hitting SC. At least 1 SC point, so at least they're building their business a little bit. And now we get into this, a team builder. When you're a team builder or team leader and above, you also get into this week leg volume. And at team builder, it acknowledges that you've made at least 200 team volume on your week leg, and 5,000 team volume in the month on your week leg to be a team leader. And then of course it goes up from there. So I just wanted to acknowledge those people on our team who have already started kind of working their way up this leadership ladder. As you can see, it's about so much more than just whether you're a diamond or a star diamond or whatever. I mean, that's part of it, but it's also including in it how you're building your business with your week leg and your volume and your commissions and what you're making. So again, we could talk more about that, but a huge shout out. Let me just go back if I can to those. Whoopsies. Nope. To those. Oh, sorry. to those ladies who hit the marks last month. It's a monthly, oh boy, sorry. It's a monthly benchmark. I don't know how I can hit the back button. Isn't that something? Well, I guess I won't be doing that. Okay, let's put this down here. There we go. Okay. So the October promotions, 21-day fix and Shakeology challenge pack. Oh, wait. There, I can go back. I can go back now. There we go. Okay, so team builders were Terry, Mia, Shannon, and Sarah. And the business starters were Nadine, Julie, and Andrea, which Andrea, that's pretty awesome because she's brand spanking new to the business. So awesome that she made it into the business starters category. So keep pushing forward, everybody. And we'll see in October if we can get some more people some shout outs, but congratulations to these 7 ladies. There we go. Got it. Okay. October promotions. 21-day fix and Shakeology, of course, are on sale, and you get the bonus insulated 21-day fix tote bag, regularly $160, on sale this month for $140. 21-day fix extreme, also on sale. Challenge pack, 21-day fix kickstart and 21-day fix extreme kickstart are both $180, regularly $205. And in the United States, Body Beast and Shakeology challenge pack plus free Beachbody Performance sampler pack, which is pretty sweet, is $140. And in Canada, Body Beast and Shakeology challenge pack plus a free deluxe workout DVD is $164. So those are the October promos, and as you can see, they're setting us up really nicely for Hammer and Chisel, which is, of course, the 2 celebrity trainers are from the 21-day fix, Autumn Calabrese and Body Beast Sagi. So, and SC point earners, so meaning you get Success Club 5 or higher for October, will earn you personal development webcast with Darren Hardy, whom I absolutely love. Wrote The Compound Effect, among other things, and I definitely look forward to hearing from him. He talked at Summit in last year, 2014, and he was, for me, just mesmerizing. He is so good at what he does and so inspiring, so definitely work to get on that webcast. And then if you're one of the top 20 Diamond Success Club earners in October, you qualify to get on Carl's calendar for a one-on-one mentoring call in November, which is pretty amazing. And then you get a framed version of the calendar with your appointment highlighted. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, speaking of product launches, coming December 1st, Hammer and Chisel, which is Autumn Calabrese and Sagi, I think you say his name's Kalev, which I actually am really looking forward to. I'm definitely going to do that one. And I think I've talked my husband into doing it with me, which will be cool. So maybe some kind of couples challenge in December. And then coming in March, they just announced that Tony Hortons has a new, where can I put us up here, has a new program in March that's going to be 22 minutes long. Pretty soon we're going to get down to like a 5-minute workout. But anyway, 22-minute hardcore. If you haven't watched the little video clip, definitely do that. It's like a basic training kind of thing. And all of the people in the video, I believe, are veterans or current military. And so it should be pretty cool. I'm personally a huge Tony Horton fan. Still my favorite workout program is P90X3. So I really look forward to that personally. And I know some of my customers love P90X3 as well. And also, I think you guys all heard, but in case you didn't, there's a new Shakeology flavor, Cafe Latte, which will be a coffee flavored Shakeology. And all they're saying right now is coming early 2016. So I don't know the date on that. I don't know if any of you have heard otherwise, but that's all I heard. So that should be exciting for all those coffee lovers out there. And then this is probably the biggest one, in my opinion, that we need to talk more about. And this is the November Fall Classic. So I lost everybody. Oh, there we go. November Fall Classic. And this is kind of like a cup challenge, except for there's only 3 people on a team instead of 5 people. You can only have 1 lifetime diamond on your team. You don't have to have a diamond, but you can't have more than 1. And basically, you team up with your other 2 people, and you work together to get as high score as you can, and the points come similarly. They come from Success Club points, rank advancements, and I forget if they're doing the boosts as points, but we'll look into that. And you try and earn prizes, and there's some pretty cool prizes out there as well. So we need to figure out who wants to be on a team and who wants to lead up the teams. So I'm going to post in the group a file where we can put anybody that wants to sign up. Now, I can speak for myself that every time there's a challenge like this, I think it pushes everybody a little bit more, and it helps people kind of get into these groups to, bounce ideas off each other, motivate each other, encourage each other. And so I would definitely recommend doing this. And really, it's just fun, and you don't have to worry about, last time, a lot of people worried about holding people back, and it's not like that at all. It's really just a fun way, if you're motivated by a challenge, to just move forward, try for some prizes, and challenge each other to get higher SC scores and get some rank advancements happening. I wanted to tell you too that there are some upcoming trainings. 10 ladies and I are going to the team retreat this Friday, which I am so excited about. It's in Deep Creek. I have getting all my stuff together. It's going to be so much fun just to hang out and be together. Please plan, we'll do it again, hopefully in the spring, but if any of you are on this that aren't coming with us, please stay tuned for another one, because I think this is going to be something I'd like to do more of. I just can't wait to actually be live and in person with you guys. I just hear little heads. I mean, they're so cute, but it's nice when the whole body is there. So I'm really excited. For the next one is specific to Pittsburgh area coaches or anybody who's willing to travel to Pittsburgh area. On November 14th, Kim Carver is coming, and I have had the opportunity to hear Kim Carver before. He's really, really cool guy with a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge about both this business and how to motivate people and inspire people and keep things moving forward. So he is doing a special Pittsburgh training on the 3 vital behaviors. And they're doing a special diamond breakfast training. Anybody diamond and above can go early at 8:30, and then from 8:30 to 10:30, and then from 11 to 2, everybody is welcome, any rank. And this will be at the Omni William Penn in Pittsburgh. I believe they have put aside rooms if anybody wants to come in and sleep over and make a little weekend of it. But it will be really good. So try and do that. And then the next Super Saturday, you can mark your calendar, is going to be the weekend of January 17th. I know last year we actually had Super Friday. I haven't heard for sure if we're doing Saturday or another night, but in Pittsburgh we'll definitely do it up big again, because likely Melanie Mitchell will be crowned the top coach, and also likely Alyssa will be in the top 10. So we're going to have Carl here for sure, and probably a celebrity trainer as well. So it should be a good one. And they also book, it's also going to be at the Omni, and I know they'll also book rooms for that. So if anybody wants to travel in. So get there. I can't say enough about these live events. I know for me, after going to Super Saturday this weekend, I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. And, you hear these success stories that bring you to tears, and it's such a great time to kind of get yourself back on track, keep moving forward, just be around other people who are making this business a success and hear their stories. And, the number of aha moments happen so much greater with such higher frequency when you're live and in person than they do behind a computer or reading a book or listening to audio. I mean, there's just something so special about being there in person. So if these opportunities don't work for you, you're not in this area, get to the Super Saturday in your area, and get to these events. I really can't say that enough. And then I wanted to talk mainly tonight about the upcoming groups that we have and how we can all push forward to finish the year strong. So I am personally going to do a Thanksgiving countdown 21-day fix group starting November 1st. You have to order by the 31st, of course. So that will be, I have some new coaches that I'm going to help encourage to get going. They weren't quite ready to jump on the group that started yesterday. So we're going to do another group on November 1st, and everybody, of course, is welcome to jump in that wants to do that. And I'm going to try, hopefully, because if you actually count down to Thanksgiving, which is on a Thursday, I think I'm going to try, if everybody gets their orders in on time, to start actually doing the 21-day fix on the 5th of November. This is like little details. You don't have to tell your potential customers that. But because I think like if we could get 21 days, sneak 21 days in before Thanksgiving, that would be pretty cool, I feel. And then who wants to be doing the actual 21-day fix on Thanksgiving? I don't. So that's my plan. If it doesn't quite work out like that, who cares? But that's what I'm hoping. If we can really get everybody solidly ordered by the 31st, that would be great. Then the next one that I want to spend the bulk of this call talking about is the new coach apprenticeship program that we're going to try and appeal to people, potential coaches, to pay for their Christmas in cash, or pay for a portion of their Christmas in cash, so we can get some new coaches on our team. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. And then I plan on having, I've done every year since I started a Hot for the Holidays group. I think some of you on this call were actually participants in that group. And so I feel like I just have to do it again. And so my hope is that any new coaches we get on the 1st will teach quickly to invite to this group starting on the 9th. So that's my plan for November. Because I don't think we're going to get very many people interested in workout programs past the 9th, maybe the 16th, but the week of Thanksgiving, who's going to want to do that? So I'm hoping that we can get all of our people and SC points and everybody going in early November. And then I think we'll have another opportunity with Hammer and Chisel coming out in early December to push through to the end of the year. So that's my thinking. So let me exit this. And I just wanted to show you, I was trying to do a little post about what I have in mind here. I'll share this in the group, but this is what I was working on for the what if you could pay for Christmas in cash while helping others earn money for the holidays, get in shape, financial shape, get in physical shape, financial shape, help others. So anyway, so let me stop screen sharing here so you can see your beautiful faces. There you are. Hello. Oh, there's a little, oh yeah, Andrea, yeah, she's doing something awesome. So, okay, so here's what we've been talking about in the other group. I've been trying to study up a little bit on some of the top coaches, and particularly Melanie, because she's right here and I have a little bit of more access to what she's done than I do other top coaches. So I've been going back in her blog posts and trying to figure out where she was, 2 or 3 years ago in her business, and what I think I've talked with many of you. I feel like the personal development I've done recently has kind of shared. What I've learned is that there's really only a very small difference between the top person and then everybody else. And if I keep thinking in my head over and over again, if we can just kind of tap into that very small difference. So I think by going back to Melanie's post, it's been really helpful to me to see like what she was thinking. And this was one of the things that stood out in my head that she did. I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe even 3, that she kind of advertised for new coaches. And here's the logic. Not only is that, if any of you listened to the wake up call, I think it was part of that call too, but the logic is that not only do we want coaches to build our business, of course, and we want the SC points and we want all that stuff now, but by getting new coaches signed on now, they can work their warm market essentially during the holiday season. And then when January comes, they'll be all set up to hit the ground running with everybody who wants weight loss programs. And so even though it may seem like a slow time, now's the perfect time to become a coach because of what's going to be happening in January and February with everybody's New Year's resolutions. So I went back, and Jen and Julie and Mia are part of my calls in the morning, and they helped me. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Jen maybe that found the post from Melanie. You know what? I'll share it in the group. But essentially, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not like it's that good of a post. I didn't read it and walk away like, yeah, I'm doing this. But I feel like she had some really key points. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a student instead of, being judgmental or whatever. So here, you know what? I'm going to try and screen share this with you so you can see what I'm looking at. I think No. How do I make this? Yes. Okay, so here's her blog post. So it was about 2 years ago, actually. So she was already kind of established, but not top coach at this point. And let me put this down. So she says, stop before you accept an extra holiday job, read this. And these are the things that stood out to me about this post. She says, well, I like the quotes, choice, not circumstances, determine your success. And this one is, success will never be a big step in the future. It's success is a small step taken just now. But the things I liked about what she says is, wait a minute. I love seeing other coaches just get it, like that light bulb moment when they connect the dots and their business just takes off. These are the things I feel like we could be highlighting more when we're having success or when our coaches are having successes in the business. And I feel like what we can do is break down this blog post and make it into several smaller Facebook posts over the course of the next 10 days, almost 2 weeks that we have until we start this program. Then she says here, the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds are you won't actually do it, which could be another blog post, I think, around that subject. And then I think this is the parts that I feel like I could do a lot more of, is relating it back to my own story. So this is me. If I don't do what's on my mind at the moment, I'll find a way to downplay it, make it less important, move it to the bottom of the list, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, you can see that she kind of brings it back to herself. It's not like just a salesy post, this is what you need. It's kind of like, this is what worked for me. This is why it would work for me. And then she does some stuff that I think most of us in here are not good at. I'm not going to lie about it. This is where she kind of does a little bit of like, well, here, I'll just say, here's one of my brilliant ideas, inspired by Beachbody and the leadership retreat. And I feel like this is a little bit like, what it is confidence. It's a little bit like, what do I want to say nicely? A little braggy, a little assertive or something. And I feel like as a team, we don't have this trait nailed down yet. I feel like, and as part of the leadership of this team, I feel like this is the part that I need to work on the most. So, as an aside, I have these one-on-one calls with somebody from corporate, and yesterday I had my call with him, and I said that this is what I'm kind of doing. I'm studying, and I feel like there's this little difference. And I said, from where you sit, you talk to a bunch of coaches. What's the difference between, the top coach or the top coaches and the people who aren't quite there? And I said, you might not know, or maybe you haven't thought about that. He said, oh no, hands down, the number one thing is confidence. The difference between the top person or the top people and the people who aren't quite there, confidence. And you can just see in her post, I think, that this is just laden with confidence. And I feel like that piece is missing. And even if we don't have it, we need to either do personal development to find it, or we need to fake it. I think those are the options. Fake it or find it and keep moving forward. So then just to kind of break it down a little bit more, she just talks about how she wanted to help other people, and then it worked for her. She wanted to earn more money the first year in the business to pay for Christmas in cash, and she did that. And I feel like that's where we could talk a little bit more about our success stories, or learn each other's success stories and share what we've been able to pay for with Beachbody, even if it's just paying for the product, or maybe it's paying $100 toward your groceries or whatever it is. And then she goes on. I think I'm going to stroll to here we go. I feel very confident that I have a system in place that can help you. Now, I don't want to make any financial promises. I don't think we're allowed to even do that. But I think we could say something about confident that we have a system that can help you earn extra towards your holiday or whatever, something like that. And then I love this part. I want to help a select group of interested people earn extra money through coaching. And then I think the other piece, wait, let me find where it is. Yeah, so that you're not alone, because I think a lot of people ask that question too. Do you get any kind of support? So we want to highlight that. And I will teach you everything. I'll be in charge of running the groups. I'll teach you everything. I mean, everything that I know. I mean, this is just, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, laced with confidence. I mean, it's just the whole thing. Whether she meant it or not, she definitely conveys that. But okay, and then here's the part. You also have to be a product of the product, which means you do Beachbody workout and you replace at least one meal a day with Shakeology. How can you teach other people if you don't lead by example? So there we go right there. Because you're kind of, at least for me, I'm kind of thinking like, how are you going to weave that in? Like we're saying they can earn some money, but we're not saying, but there it is right there. And then she offers a little, she offers mentoring. She offers a little gift. In this video, she offers everybody who actually earns the $900 an extra gift, which I don't know what that was or if that happened. And then she's going to do a webinar about it, which I don't know. We can talk about that if that makes sense to do another one of those. And then there's the application. So let me pause right there and see if you guys have any feedback. Do you think this is a good idea? Are you into this idea? And do you think it could work for you? I'm going to keep drinking until somebody talks. Go ahead.
I think it's a really good idea. I just struggle with this personally because I know that I'm not making a decent amount of money right now to even sometimes cover my Shakeology. So it's hard to come across. I'm not good at the faking it when I'm not making it thing. So it's really hard for me to like try and recruit people and be like, yes, it's such a great opportunity for you to make money, but I'm not making money, but it would be great for you to make money. So that would be really hard for me.
So what if you approach it more like you do when you're with the same, I mean, there are just so many parallels for the fitness journey and the financial journey. And what if you just approach it like, join me in this mentoring thing with my coach, and I'm going to keep learning about this business. Why don't you join with me and let's together earn money for Christmas or something like that? You know, just like you would if you're not at your goal weight, you know, like just join me in the challenge group.
Because you know how much financial opportunity there is too, and your goal is to one day get there. So Kathleen has a really good point. You can invite them to join you in your journey towards financial freedom instead of being like, you know, I'm there, you know.
That's good feedback though. What else?
After school or before school?
I don't think that's for us.
I have something else.
Okay.
I think just that wording it right, I mean, besides the confidence thing, but just wording it right, because my friend just started doing It Works, and I'm about to unfriend her because it's like there's nothing personal about it. It's just pictures of different people all day long. And now that they're starting their like, I can help you earn $500, like it's the same post every single day with a different person's picture on it, and it like drives me absolutely nuts. So I just think wording it right so that people don't think that it's like, you know, if they're seeing that type of thing all the time and then we were to say post something that started off the same way or came across the same way, people might not even read it because they're just like, okay, yeah, I don't care. I've heard that. I've seen it how many times already? Because I've seen it like 5 times already today and I don't care.
Yeah, that would turn me off. Yeah, definitely the wording. And okay, so I have two more thoughts since you guys are quiet, except for Nikki, who should earn a prize. um, I'm just gonna write them down. Wait. Wait, because I know I'll forget. So part of our goal for the retreat is to come up collectively with a group, with a coach basics that we can feel much more confident about, because I feel like the way it stands now, that's part of our problem for recruiting. I feel like that we haven't had successful coach basics entirely. I mean, there have been some people here and there. I don't want to blanket that, but I feel like part of our problem is that. And so part of my goal this weekend is to come up with a coach basics that everybody can, but when you invite people to, you can feel like you're going to get some good training. And the other thing I wanted to say was not to discount the personal invites to coaching that don't include the posts that that we could come up with collectively, but more like the people that you think could potentially be good at coaching. Because I feel like that still is such a great way to get coaches, because they know you and they trust you and all that kind of stuff. So, so just want to throw that out there.
Say something along those lines. Today in like our mastermind call that I had with coaches from all over, not a part of the dream team at all. I always like pick their brains, because I'm like, what are you doing that's different from what we're doing that may be working? And so there's always this underlying thing of like trying to come up with the best coach basics. Does this work? And I started to pose questions like, okay, do you do Facebook groups? I was thinking of maybe doing like an email group with some videos, or, somebody did like an ongoing thing like Melanie has on her page. That's what they do. And everybody sort of had the same feeling. It was like, we have everything. There are different ways you can do it. It depends on the person that's actually in it. Like, you can't make somebody, read the posts or watch the videos, or if there's emails, make sure they're doing it unless they like really want to do it. Like, the reasoning, their why needs to be big enough that they want to pursue this, which is why most of us are here right now. Like, I don't know, we all might have different experiences with Coach Basics, but, too much, maybe people are too busy. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the real answer is. I
completely agree with that, Terry. I mean, honestly, we can have the most perfect Coach Basics, but honestly, at the end of the day, it really depends on the person. Like, my last Coach Basics, I had like a really big group. Like the first one, a big group that I had, was like 8 coaches. And we had one rock star come out of it, but that's because she paid attention, she did the assignments, and she's flourishing in her business right now. And it really depends on the person and how much they want it. So like what I did is that on my first Coach Basics call that I do, the new coach training call that I do with them, I really stress about the why and how important your why is and stuff like that. So I don't know.
And I agree. And I do think there is something, so this whole thing, Kathleen, that you were posing with like, earning money for Christmas and things like that. When people start getting people who are interested, I do think there is a need for something that we can use and I know we're going to do this on the retreat, which I think is great, because putting all of our heads together to come up with like a concrete thing that will work, for these coaches, whether it's just something like this, where, let's say Nikki gets a coach and she's like, okay, somebody wants to earn $500. Now what do I do? Like, how do I help her? What do I put her in? What do I show her? How do I, like, you don't want to overwhelm people. And I know we did a group. It was what, I don't remember what it was called.
Let's see if we can.
What'd you say?
Let's see if we can.
Yeah, that group. I liked that group, and I liked that it was broken down like, you don't have to coach. These are the things that you can do to help people get on board. and, you know, we'll run the group, whatever. So something like that would probably be good for this. Earn $500 or whatever for Christmas presents, where there's kind of like something that like we can put like, you know, these people into, train them in like a just, you know, not as intense way, to do what they need to do to earn some extra money. In the meantime, like getting like rock star black dress fit for the holidays, you know? So I don't know, but yeah, I do think there is some like a need for just like direction as soon as somebody, you know, decides to sign up and coach, we can just get the discount.
Yeah, so I think you guys have both hit a nail on the head, in my opinion, because I feel like we do have all the tools, and it doesn't really matter how you present them, because it's certainly, I've actually been through the Coach Basics way back when, now with Melanie, with Alyssa. I think I did 2 Coach Basics actually, because I definitely didn't get it all the first time around. I don't even know if I got the second time around, but I'm not shy about repeating things. Because I know myself. But anyway, the point is that there's something, and I do think it's the person, no doubt about that. But there's something about the belief that maybe is missing from people, that if we can figure out how to help them believe more, like, and maybe it's worth all of you thinking, like, so you've all been through trainings, they were far from perfect, and yet here you are, you know what I mean? And what is it that keeps you going, you know, that keeps you coming to these calls? And I think for me, it's that I truly believe I can be successful at this business, and I'm here to the end. Like I decided when I first started that I was going to stick it out no matter what. And I just,
passion too, like your passion for doing this as well.
So I wonder if we can somehow harness that. Yeah, the passion, the belief, the whatever it is in them early. And this is where I feel like the sharing of our own stories, I think, will be much more helpful. So let me tell you this little story. My neighbor down the street is actually finally thinking about coaching. I mean, she's kind of heard me a bit on and off for 2 years. And she said to me point blank, "Do you actually make money?" And I was like, wow, I've been home from my job for 2 years and you don't think I make any money, or you're not sure if I make any money. And I was like, that really tells me how little I mean, I don't like to brag. It's a big problem I have, but like sharing nothing, as I was talking about that on the last call, I think, or the call before, but sharing nothing isn't helping anybody. So I think that piece is really missing. And I remember clearly when I talked to Nadine in particular, because Nadine's one of the very first coaches I signed, and Terry, I don't remember, Shannon, if I remember very clearly telling you, this is what these coaches are making, and it's fantastic, and I can't believe it, and I want a piece of that, and blah, blah, blah. However I said it. And I somehow don't think I share that anymore, and I don't know why, because maybe I feel like people already know that. I don't know, or something. But anyway, the other point is that even though we're not making the 6-figure income yet, I believe that I can, and I think that piece is missing from when we introduce coaches on.
I think what turned us off is when certain coaches were mentioning that they were making like $26,000 a week, and it was not my personality to do that. But
yes.
But there are other ways to mention that, you know.
Yes. Right. Very tactful.
You mean that like standing in front of your Tahoe with a big bow on it?
Right. Yes. That, and I don't want to make a promise to somebody that they're going to earn 6 figures in a year, because that's just not how. I don't think that's how it works. I mean, and if that happens, awesome. But I don't feel comfortable promising anybody stuff like that.
No, but the potential is there.
But exactly, the potential is there.
And I'm going to be there.
That's it. That's the piece that I think you have, that I think how can we instill that into new coaches, that this business has so much potential.
I actually talk about it on my first coach call. I mean, I don't go into like the specifics of income, but I really change things up on that first coach call because I feel like I want to get their attention and get their excitement, and you know what I mean? So I don't know, like I talk about the why, and I talk about, you know, how the business may not be easy. I don't even know. I don't want to go into it because I don't want to take up the whole time, but I try and get them excited and get them to know that this business isn't easy. But if you do what we tell you to do over these next 4 weeks consistently, and you will reach, you know, your goal, you know, one day. It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I try and be very enthusiastic when I'm on these calls too. Like not just monotone, but I try and which it comes natural to me. Like I just show my passion and my excitement because that's how I truly feel, you know?
Yeah. But there's, oh, good. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just kind of thinking through all this, and have you ever thought about kind of segmenting the process of a coach? Meaning, I think we all of a sudden treat everybody like, you know, this is going to be your full-time job. And I think it kind of scares some people off, and maybe it's overwhelming. I know Coach Basics is a very overwhelming process, and not everybody can commit to it the way they want. So they end up just dropping off, you know, and that's been my experience with a few people lately. And I want to, though, like soften a blow to them. But at the same time, keep them motivated. Like there's a possibility that you could replace your full-time job with this. But it doesn't happen in a first Coach Basics. So, oh, my battery is going to die. But maybe have we ever thought about maybe going like level 1 hobby coach, really is what that's called, or even like level 1 discount coach, you know, and kind of treat them and give them a curriculum that's very applicable to them in that position, yet still getting them excited for, oh, the next level. Next level is making more, maybe being realistic with what that looks like, different training, more in-depth training. And then level 3 is like, what do they call it? Business. You're working the business now where you're quitting things and you're replacing income, but the training just gets deeper and deeper and they keep progressing as they go. Maybe doing that instead of giving everybody everything at once could help. I don't know. I mean, it would cause like a revamp of the whole curriculum possibly, but I just worry that people get overwhelmed and drop off because it's so much information at once, you know.
No, I love that idea. I think that's awesome. And I think that, I mean, it's so parallel to the fitness stuff, because you could say the exact same thing for people that join in challenge groups. Some people want to just start like slow and steady, and they can't exercise 7 days a week, and they wouldn't even dream of that at first. But if you had a program where they started 2 days a week, etc., or some people are all in from the start, but it's just
there still has to be a push. I think there still needs to be, that's where we are as coaches, to push them
right.
a little bit and give them a chance. Like I think that's the missing, or that's the thing you can't lose in these groups from level to level is, you know, you've got to, I think, keep pushing them to the next one, keep driving them to want to achieve more and more. But
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree. It can be extremely overwhelming, you know, and I was overwhelmed. I remember that. Wow, I just had a thought and it went, so never mind.
I mean, I guess I haven't met anybody that hasn't been overwhelmed in Coach Basics, and maybe there's no such thing. Maybe like anything new is going to be ridiculously overwhelming, but maybe if there's a way to kind of ease them into it and build up momentum, that might help.
So what I started doing is that I stopped putting them in any other group except for my team page and you know, the coach group, and I tell them on that first call, all I want you to do is to concentrate on the challenge group that you're in now and this coach training for the next 4 weeks. And then when they do graduate from that, I then put them in Inspiration Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Because because all the important information Kathleen posts, I post anyway in my group. And it's just, they don't need 50 million notifications coming up from everywhere, you know? So it's like, I'm just trying to break it down, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do some action stuff, because I feel like at the retreat we can work on some of this stuff a little bit more in detail, but in the meantime, I really do want to get moving forward with this. I always feel bad, like I feel like I'm telling you what to do, and I always hate that feeling. But I'm going to move forward with the Cash for Christmas idea, and I welcome anybody that wants to jump on board. And I feel like with that, what my goal is for that is to not go, if we're thinking in Sarah's terms of level 1, 2, 3. So this would not be level 3. This would be probably a level 2 coach. And in that group that Terry was referring to, we tried, and then I guess I don't know, it's one of those ideas that I don't want to say it didn't work. I just want to say we kind of didn't, I don't know. Anyway, we didn't follow it the whole way through. But it was just, the group was just, let's see if we can, like a real low key, like, let's just see if we can earn your money back on your Shakeology. And the idea of Melanie's group was just, they invite people, we run the groups for them, and their only job is just inviting people in. So I feel like if we can do a really scaled down Coach Basics, as in they start on a Sunday, let's say they do start on November 1st, we're having them already invite that whole week and invite people to buy by the 9th, to start the challenge group on the 9th. I don't know. Do you think that would work? I think I'm just going to try. But do you guys have opinions about it? And all we would teach them to do is gives them some sample invitations, some scripts or whatever, and they would set up their website, set up their EFT, and that's pretty much it. We don't talk about SC, we don't talk about Emerald. We just teach them how to invite, and then say where we're going to run the group. They're welcome. I mean, of course they would join in. If there are any real go-getters, then maybe we move them on to the level 3 Coach Basics.
And you're thinking these are like brand new people who are like responding to your post, not necessarily people that we've had as challengers, or both?
Oh, I think anybody. I think it could be discount coaches that want to just earn some money back, and then definitely challengers, current or past, and then brand newbies. I mean, what I'm guessing is that the brand newbies would be the lowest number that you'd get. Probably you'd get people that already kind of know what it is that we do. I'm guessing, but you never know.
Yeah.
I just saw a sign. I went into Target tonight and I saw a sign. I should have taken a picture that was like seasonal jobs available, and I should have taken that and like X'd it out. Like, don't work here. Although I kind of want to work at Target. I love that place. That would be danger. I think all of my money would go back to Target. All right. So who of you guys think you might try this thing?
I think I might try. I went through all of the people that are on like Shakeology HD right now, who I have messaged and said like, hey, there's a discount. Don't you want to have, and for some reason or another, like they are freaked out by this. I don't know why, or they just haven't taken the time to do it. I feel like for them, it might be something that I will try to just like personally ask them if they would want to, with the holiday season coming up, if they would want to try at least to cover their Shakeology, if not only to save money for, Christmas gifts or whatever, with the potential to get more money. So I think I may do that for sure. Yeah, I think it's definitely, I mean, if I saw that, I would be like, I would be enticed.
Cool.
And I actually remember seeing that last year. I think she does it every year, Melanie, and I'm sure other people do too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Does anybody else want to speak up about this? Does anybody have any thoughts? One day you're all going to talk and I'm going to be so impressed. Okay.
Kathleen, when did you say you would be starting this?
I'm going to have people order by the 31st and start on the 1st of November. That's my plan. Because I feel like I'm just not ready to start it on Monday, and I don't want to wait too much longer than that. So ideally, I think I would have a kickoff call on Sunday, November 1st, and then start the group, and then have them already be ready to start inviting. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Confidence. What am I saying? This is going to be awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it's good to change it up. Because even like, with the free Crock-Pot group we did, it just generated a lot more interest from different people. So I think it's, it might hit a nerve with different people, the different way that you promote it and talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, I don't know if maybe a free group or something, but I just had this idea, like, kind of just to throw something out there real quickly. Because I know, like, for me, what throws me off with my eating, there's certain things, that's kind of like hang-ups for different people. But, like, for me, it's cereal. And I just find myself tending to eat cereal, like, at night all the time. So I was thinking of maybe doing a group called No Blank November. So, like, fill in the blank. Like, what do you want to cut out for a whole month? And maybe, like, everybody chooses, whether it's, like, soda or ice cream, whatever it is that's, like, your thing. What do you got there, Terry? Is it your cereal or ice cream?
Cereal.
So, I don't know. I thought maybe that might be a good free group, or, I don't know, even if it was a challenge group.
Ooh,
That,
I like it.
Part of the challenge that it's like, okay, for that length of time, you cut out that one thing.
Ooh, I
along
like
with the clean eating or whatever, if you're doing that.
Cool. I love that idea.
We could even go with like a whole 30-day group. Like
Do that as part of it. Like when you do your check-ins, you say, did you eat this, whatever your thing is, or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do the cereal.
Okay.
I'll fill it in for myself.
Seriously, like the last week I've been having cereal every night at like 10 o'clock. I just get so overwhelmingly hungry and this baby wants cereal.
Yeah. I've always done that. And when I first started, I did great, but it's like, that's just the tendency is to just fall back into those bad habits.
That's so funny. I ate a lot of cereal pregnant too. I don't know what that was. I love that idea though. What are you thinking of doing it as a are you still playing with the idea? Are you going to do a challenge group or a free
I don't know. I've just started thinking about it this week because I'm like, I need to quit eating cereal. So, but I thought it would fit well for November because of the no blank in November or something like that.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. Cool.
I guess it would probably need to start like on the 1st to try and go for a whole month or something.
That's cool.
It'd also be good to do between Thanksgiving and Christmas because Melanie says that's the hardest time. And she always does a free group around the holidays so, people won't gain weight, during the holidays. The goal is not to lose. The goal is just to maintain throughout the holidays.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
How about no fun-sized candy bars? They're everywhere, and they're just haunting me.
Yeah.
I can make a list. Can we have a list, a couple of lines?
I guess if you want to. No, I definitely would have a list too.
I'm trying to think what mine would be. No kids' food, maybe. I don't know. No eating off your child's plate. I still have a problem with that. Nadine, it's so good to see you, by the way. I miss you.
Good to be here.
Okay, so let's wrap up for tonight. Thank you so much for getting on. I'm so excited for this weekend, and I can't wait to fill everybody in who's not going to be there. I think we're going to come away with some stuff that everybody can use, and I can't wait to share that with you all. But anyway, I will post in the group when I can actually put in the group Melanie's post if any of you guys want to take a look at it too, so you don't have to find it. And then I'm also going to put in the files to sign up for the Fall Classic. I'm going to write that down too, so I don't forget. So cool. Thanks for getting on. Have a good night, everybody. See you later.
Night.